3 is here. I am covering 5 matchups that I am most excited for in this video, and of course the rest of my picks, but we're delving into the specific 5. Hint, hint, it is not the Florida matchup of Thursday Night Football. Let's jump right into it. Starting things off with the Rams heading to Buffalo to take on the Bills. On the Bills side of the ball, I think that's what I'm most excited for. I love a matchup of good on good. And I think for the Bills this year, they got the Jets in the first week, the Dolphins in the second week. So we're now all kind of waiting for them to face some actual competition so we can get a gauge of if they're a true AFC competitor, if they could actually take the AFC East like so many people were predicting before the season started. And of course, that digs add to the arsenal. I was such a fan of this, and I got a lot of hate for it, but it clearly sounds like that marriage is working out. So I'm very, very excited about that. And then on the Rams side of the ball, just another week of film and reps of if they are actually back, and if they are back into that actual 2018 form. So anytime I can see more of that on film, I'm excited about it. The next matchup I'm looking forward to, the Las Vegas Raiders head to New England to take on the Patriots. This is another one of those matchups that I can't wait to see because I want to know the actual identity of these teams this year. Like, is what we saw from Cam through those first 2 weeks going to keep progressing? Is what we saw from the Raiders, or those wins legit? So I have a lot of questions there. Are the Raiders a legit competitor in the AFC West, being able to take on the big guys and the Chiefs, and also a competitive Chargers team? I'm curious if this Patriots team is going to be able to shut down running back Josh Jacobs and tight end Darren Waller, who had a heck of a Monday Night Football showing. I thought that play style was so intriguing. I definitely did not expect that. Run down the clock, long sustained drives, really great red zone play from John Gruden's offense. I'm not a football historian or anything like that, so I wasn't aware of how he liked to call plays and things like that. So Monday Night Football was a surprise for me. I'm curious if they keep that going. And then the Patriots, I want to know if they continue to progress, if they are once again still in the mix. The Cowboys head to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. I'm super excited for a couple things in this matchup. One, Dak is always compared to Russell Wilson, so it'll be nice to kind of see these guys on the same field, compare apples and oranges in a regular season game. I'm so used to seeing them in the playoffs, but this will be a fun showing, and especially because Dak has had put up good numbers through the first 2 weeks. So will he keep that going? Will the overall offense keep it going? And how will safety Jamal Adams on the Seahawks defense be used to combat some of these weapons that Dallas has? I'm also curious what this Dallas defense is going to do to defend against Russell Wilson. I have no idea. Like, right now, I'm not too hopeful about the idea of that. And they have no one to shut down DK Metcalf. If he could play up to playing against Stephon Gilmore last week, he can play against anybody. So I'm very, very curious. I have my eye on quite a few matchups there. The Green Bay Packers head to New Orleans to take on the Saints. I know Drew Brees did not have the best showing on Monday Night Football. I am not ready to jump on it quite yet because he is such a legend. I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I think we've been seeing this for some time. I'm just not ready to say it. I don't think I'll ever be able to say it out loud. So I'm hoping that he can maybe get back on track here. This is a tough defense to get back on track against. And obviously with Michael Thomas being out, how do Traquan Smith and Emmanuel Sanders step up? Emmanuel Sanders was one of my favorite grabs of the offseason. I was so excited to see him go to the Saints. But now that I think back to it, I don't know why, because I wasn't that impressed with him on that Niners team. Wasn't that impressed with him in the Super Bowl. He kind of disappeared in some big moments. So, so the receivers are going to need to step up. And I always think back to Mike Greenberg said on Get Up months ago now. He was kind of talking about the idea of, and people hated it, but the idea of like load management for quarterbacks in the NFL. For these teams that have depth at the quarterback position, why don't you kind of help your, maybe aging quarterback out? A guy like Drew Brees, he had 5 games off last year, and that maybe might have helped his arm out some. Do we see Sean Payton cook up packages with Taysom Hill, even Jameis Winston? I'm interested in that, got my eye on that. And on the Green Bay side of things, I have not watched them at all this season, so I'm so excited for the live Aaron Rodgers revenge tour. Love Devontae Adams, love Aaron Jones. And is that defense still as legit as they have been in years past? And of course, the best of the best Monday Night Football, the Chiefs taking on the Ravens, Lamar Jackson leading the Ravens, Patrick Mahomes leading the Kansas City Chiefs. Cannot wait for this. I think I'm going to be excited about these two meeting for the next 20 years, hopefully. Lots of guys that I have my eye on. I'm giving advantage to Kansas City on offense, advantage to Baltimore on defense, especially with the Calais Campbell ad. Loved Patrick Queen in college, so we'll see. Slight advantages though, because I think that these differentials can kind of be offset by great coaching and just an overall great lucky day of play. I do have the Chiefs winning this one, but it's kind of like a superstitious pick because I'm hoping that we see them meet again in the playoffs and that Baltimore takes it this year. But we'll see. I'm so excited for Lamar Jackson in year 3. I've heard he's taken a step up. There's just, the storylines are endless. The matchups are endless. It's going to be a really, really good game. That is it. Thank you guys so much for following along with me. Let me know some of your picks, matchups that you might be excited for that I didn't mention today. I will talk to you all so soon.